So, so welcome to the thing. I'm at my friend's house in Chatham. With in the background, you'll hear Robin and Maggie and Terry. And but so we're rocking and rolling here. Who would like to start?
You know, I
How
don't mean
about
I don't mean to be mean, but when they're talking, it's going to be hard to hear. It's going to be hard
I'll
to hear.
take care of that.
All right.
I'll mute myself as much as I can. So just bear with it.
Gonna put
So
your cork in it.
what?
He's gonna put your cork in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a cork in it. Right. How about we start with Dick?
Okay, I'm right here. You can hear me. Does it sound all right? Loud enough?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you sound fine. Let's hear the ukulele. Beautiful.
Well, a friend of mine who's lived in England and Europe and other places asked me about Jim Reeves, and maybe Geraldine's done some work on that, but I wasn't very familiar until I started looking at the songs, and I realized that I did know some of those songs that he played. And this one by him I'm going to play tonight is called Welcome to My World. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, happen now and then. Step into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you'll be given the key to this world of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Waiting just for you. Welcome to my world.
That's a
Pretty
good.
cool.
Great, Dick. That's very nice.
Song.
Give me a minute. I'm just gonna put up the other song for you.
That's a good song for you to sing. That's like good for your range and your voice and everything.
Thanks, Geraldine. Did you do a bio on that guy ever, Jim Reeves?
No, but it gives me ideas now.
Yeah, he said it's very popular in Europe, England, Sri Lanka, and not as much here, although he's an American. So I guess other people crowded him out at the time. He died in '64 in an airplane crash.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now this song, I'm sure we all know Side by Side, but we got a little different version tonight to play together. So we got married last Friday. The vicar said it was my day. When the crowds had gone, we settled right down, side by side. We got ready for bed then. I got stuck of my life when her teeth and her hair, she paced on a chair, side by side. I stood in frank amazement when a glass eye so small, her arms, her legs, her bosom, she placed them all on a chair by the wall. While I was broken hearted, cause most of my wife had departed. So I slept on the chair, cause there was more of her there. Side by side, side by side, side by side, side by side.
That was really fun.
Kind
So
of
great.
funny. Thank you so much.
That's so funny that there was more of her on the chair.
Yeah. Well, it goes over well with the senior crowd, you know,
Oh, my God.
because I suspect they have some of that stuff coming off at night.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, great. Hey, how about Linda?
Okay, let me get some music up. So John, or everybody, I'm playing Summertime from the book, but I add extra chords. So I don't know if you want to put it up or not.
No, I'd rather see you perform.
Okay,
This is you get to perform this one, so
okay,
it's good.
okay. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't nothing gonna harm you. With daddy and mommy standing by. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't nothing gonna harm you. With daddy and mommy standing by, standing by.
Yeah, that was great, Linda.
Great.
Yay.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thanks.
You
You
rock
rocked
out,
it.
girl.
There was some rocking going on there.
Right? All right, so
There was a rock version of this once. I can't remember. And it went, you know, and you'll take to the sky, boom, ba da boom, ba da boom, ba da boom, you know, like that. I mean, I like listening to it, but I wasn't about to do that. So I'm kind of betwixt and between.
That was really good.
Thanks. So the group song is
you
Tina.
ready for the next one? You got any stories?
Do I have any stories? No.
Was it a B-side?
Is there a B-side? There is a B-side. I can't remember what it is though. I do have this record someplace. All right, let me get rid of the other thing. All right. I will say that the intro is you have to go ooh ooh wah ooh ooh. That is now that's supposed to go. Ooh wah ooh. Ooh wah ooh. Each time we have a quarrel, wah ooh, it almost breaks my heart. 'Cause I am so afraid, wah ooh, that we will have to part. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? One day I feel so happy, wahoo. Next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take, wahoo, the good with the bad. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you wanna make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. And if you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you would say we're through. Well, if you wanna make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. And if you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? In love, why must I be a teenager in love? In love, why must I be a teenager in love? In love, why must I be a teenager in love?
That doo-wop song.
That was
So,
pretty great, Linda. You rocked
Yeah, it
that.
really
Thank you.
was.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
No,
I once had Carmen. I don't know how I made him do this. I sang it and he did ooh wah ooh the whole time. And
we,
that was fun.
Oh, yeah, he loves doing that.
we,
That was
we
great.
played that.
Thank you.
when I hear
We-
this song now, I hear your voice, you know, it's like got your stamp on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I hear Dion, but
Yeah, it's good.
We played this song for the hospital, at Garnet Hospital with the group, you know? So
Uh-huh.
instead of saying teenager, we would put in, why must I be a gynecologist in love? Why must I be a urologist in love? Why must I be another? And we went through the whole thing, you know, it sort of got their attention there, so.
that's good. We could do it for a senior group and go, why
You-
must I be an
Yeah.
alpaca in love?
There you go, you could do that.
Yeah, that's very good. Well, all right. Hey, Dana, would you be willing to go now? We'd love to hear what you got.
Yeah, that's fun. You find my music here.
Dano, how is it in Arizona these days?
It's getting better. Last few days and like for the next week, we only have highs in the 90s. And we got a little rain the other day, and we actually had a really wet July. So it really helped out with our water situation.
Good.
All right, this is an old 1920s Fats Waller song called Ain't Misbehavin'. And this is a 1930 Martin ukulele. 1930s, I think it's a 33 or 34. So anyway.
That was fun.
Nice
Very
job.
nice, very nice.
It was great, Dano.
Great song, great.
That was a good
And
choice.
I'm really,
Good
the
choice.
ukulele is a beautiful ukulele.
Yeah, I like playing those old 19 Tin Pan Alley songs on that.
Yeah, I think this is the night for old songs.
Oh yeah. And the next one is what, a Hawaiian song, island style. No, you guys don't play a lot of this.
That's your song, right, Dano?
Yeah. Let's see. So I'll play this on the Hawaiian ukulele.
Appropriate.
Straps turn around. All right, so the intro, it's like 4 C's, 2 G's, then one like C tacit, and then you take off and go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, we do it island style. From the on the stove, only salmon with the ice. We eat and drink and we sing all day. Excuse me. Gone to feel in the old Hawaiian way on the island, an island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the winter to the leeward side. On the island, we do an island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, we do an island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Slow it down. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side.
Yay.
Great song. Nice.
Nice, nice job.
That was
Dana.
great. That was a fun song.
It was really great.
Yeah.
Easy to harmonize to.
Good.
Well, I thought I would do a song. Just because we're doing these old songs, I've got this one I'm gonna do. Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Cool.
Here, wait, let me, there I am.
One of the groups I play with, this is the song they end with every week.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And they speed it up as it goes on. They just get faster and faster. It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
fun.
you know, in practicing, I just have to keep slowing down. So we'll see how I do. All right, ready? One evening as the sun went down, the jungle fire was burning. Down the track came a hobo hiking. He said, boys, I'm not turning. I'm heading for a faraway beside the crystal fountain. So come with me, you'll go and see Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, there's land that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes and you sleep out every night. Where the boxcars all are empty and the sun shines every day, and the birds and the bees and the cigarette trees and the lemonade springs and the bluebird sings in the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, all the cops have wooden legs, and the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, and the hens lay soft-boiled eggs. The farmers' trees are full of fruit and the barns are full of hay. I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow and the rain don't fall and the wind don't blow in the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, you never change your socks, and the little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rocks, and the brakemen have to tip their hats and the railroad bulls are blind. There's a flake of stew and a whiskey too, and you can paddle around in the big canoe in the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, the jails are made of tin. You can walk right out again as soon as you are in. There ain't no shorthand shovels, no axes, saws, or picks. I'm going to stay where you sleep all day, where they hung the jerk who invented work in the Big Rock Candy Mountain. And I'll see you all this coming fall in the Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Yay.
Nicely done, John. Nicely done.
Thank you, thank you.
That was good.
Hey, how about Geraldine?
Here I am. Here's the corner.
Yeah. Yay, Geraldine, you go.
So everybody remembers the Weavers, right? Does anybody not know who the Weavers were? Oh, even the young person there knows who the Weavers were. Good job. So they were, they got their name from a play, and they were a folk music quartet in Greenwich Village. The formation started in 1940 when Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes founded the Almanac Singers. And that was a folk music group specializing in anti-war songs. But then Germany invaded Soviet Union, and they changed their name to the American People's Mobilization, and they supported the war effort. And shortly after that, they disbanded. And then the Weavers were formed in 1948, and their members were, of course, Ronnie Gilbert. Her real name was Ruth Alice Gilbert, but she went by Ronnie. Lee Hayes was the bass singer, Fred Hellerman, and Pete Seeger. And their first hit was Goodnight Irene. And because of the rising fear of communism in the early 50s, their manager advised them not to sing political songs, which they abided by. And then they got some flack from the hard folkies for kind of selling out and being too soft. This is kind of funny, you know, based on what happened. And because during the McCarthy years, Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes were identified as Communist Party members by an FBI informant, but the FBI informant recanted his story later on. But it was too late because they were put under, all of them were put under FBI surveillance and not allowed to perform on the TV or the radio, and their recordings couldn't be played. So they disbanded in 1952. I mean, they had a hard time financially. They couldn't get any of the royalties or anything. So in December 1955, they reunited to play Carnegie Hall. And in 1958, they were booked to record a rock and roll single, which totally flopped. I mean, that was not their style. It was a big mistake, and it was a big embarrassment. And the next month, they were scheduled to record a cigarette ad, and Pete Seeger opposed that. He opposed smoking, and he especially opposed those guys getting money for a cigarette ad. So he left the group. And then this guy named Eric Darling replaced Seeger for a few years. So then I went, I was going to do two of the songs that they had popular, and one was On Top of Old Smoky. And then I went down researching that thing, and it was very interesting. No one knows exactly who wrote it, who or where it was first sung, but one of the earliest recordings was from two fieldwork folklorists who met this woman named Miss Memory Shelton. That was her first name, Memory, from North Carolina. She was 23 years old, and she sang all 12 verses of the song that she, you know, had been handed down to her, On Top of Old Smoky, with 12 verses. And that was in 1916. So as I'm reading this stuff, you know, all of a sudden I had to giggle because I'm reading and it says that they think that the Smoky Mountain in the song was actually Clingman's Dome. And I'm like, where do I know that from? And then I remembered, I'm sorry, but I got to tell you the story. Clingman's Dome is in the Smoky Mountains. And I went there with my ex. We were driving all the way from the south to the north and through the Smoky Mountains. And we stopped there because you had to climb Clingman's Dome. It was like the biggest or the tallest mountain in the Smoky Mountains. And it has this really cool modern tower, like a spiral that you go up on top, and you can see this beautiful 360 degree view of everything. And it's like awesome. So we're like, oh, we're all excited. We got there in the parking lot. It's all foggy, really foggy. But we got our shoes on and we start walking up anyway. And then there were all these Asian people for some reason. We couldn't communicate with them, but we were all laughing. Everybody was in a good mood. And it got foggier and foggier and foggier and foggier. No wonder they call it Smoky Mountain, because I couldn't see a thing up top. But did we stop? No, we kept going. And I thought, what is this group phenomenon here? It was sort of like that thing, you know, why do people climb a mountain? Because it's there. None of us were stopping. We knew we couldn't see anything. We didn't think it was going to get any better, but we just kept going. So it was a half mile of a steep incline. We got up there and went up the tower. Really, you couldn't see anything. You could hardly see your hand in front of your face. So we took a picture of the fog and then came back down. But anyway, this song was extremely popular when the Weavers did it in 1951. And Pete Seeger modified a version that he had heard in Appalachia. So lots of people have had this hand in the song. And of course, you know, there was a parody of the song in 1963 written by Tom Glazer, who wrote some songs for the Weavers and also for children. So do not sing on top of spaghetti. We're going to sing on top of Old Smoky. John's going to put it up. So here's a song I've been singing for 50 years, and yet I still can't seem to sing it. Imagine that. All right, is he going to put it up there? Mr. Sturman? I don't see
I
him.
think he may have walked away.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Paging John Sturman.
John Sturman, to the microphone, please. John, to the microphone.
John Sturman, report to the microphone. John Sturman.
Here I am, so sorry.
Assistance is needed. We're going to do On Top of Old Smoky.
I'm all ready for you.
Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sorry, Geraldine.
Okay. On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover for courting too slow. For courting's a pleasure, and parting is grief. But a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. A thief, it will rob you and take what you have. But a false-hearted lover will lead you to the grave. The grave will decay you and turn you to dust. Not one boy in 100 a poor girl can trust. They'll hug and they'll kiss you and tell you more lies than cross ties on a railroad or stars in the sky. So come all ye maidens and listen to me. Never place your affections on a green willow tree. For the leaves they will wither and the roots they will die, and you'll be forsaken and never know why. Cheery song.
Beautiful,
That
Geraldine.
was fun. That was fun, Geraldine.
It was really nice.
You know, I think Pete Seeger said that he thought it was actually, started in England as an Elizabethan song, and I believe it because they rhymed have and grave. So you have to say grave. You have to say, you have to somehow rhyme that. I don't know how. You have to mispronounce one thing, and then this thing about "come all ye maidens," that just sounds English to me. So anyway, a lot of those folk songs, they're pretty dark. That was a dark one. There is a great documentary about the Weavers. If you haven't seen it, it's called The Weavers, Wasn't That a Time? And it's from 1982. I would look that up. The Weavers, Wasn't That a Time? And it gives the whole history of the group and when, they were still alive and they were being interviewed. And then they always close their show, as far as I know, with Good Night, Irene. So we're going to do Good Night, Irene. And this is attributed to Leadbelly, but even Leadbelly admitted that he had heard parts of it from his uncles, but he made it his own, and that's whose name is on it. Good Night, Irene. Well, that's another dark one. This song really is deep and complicated. I'm not really sure what it's about. It's a 2-pager. Okay.
You okay, Charlie? Oh, geez, did we lose her? Duh. So we lost her. Where did she go? My beloved Geraldine. No.
She's probably
That's-
singing to herself right now.
Yeah,
Gotta
right.
get her back.
I'm gonna text her.
We've been stopped mid-corner.
That's really funny. Yeah, we can't go on without the corner. Are you kidding?
We must have resolution.
Good night, Irene.
Yeah, right. Good night, Irene. Really.
Sing it, Louise.
In the meantime, we can play along. We can do a play along. Because she'll be back. This is actually, that's a fun song to do, but we're going to let her lead it. Why don't we do, while we're waiting for her, let's do, hold on, I'm just bringing it up. Dirty Old Town. And I'll lead it. Hold on.
She's back. She's back.
I have no idea what happened, but I'm on my phone now.
Oh, there you are. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Good. So, yeah. I was going to do an interim, but you will. Let me set you up again because I have it here for you.
That's so weird. I don't, my laptop just, there's nothing dead.
How weird.
I know. Weird things happen here.
There you go.
I can't, somebody start it for me. Like it starts on F. What's the note?
It goes like this. It goes,
I think I got
Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's start. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in town. Sometimes I have a great notion to jump in the river and drown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Quit rambling and quit gambling. Quit staying out late at night. Stay home with your wife and family. Sit down by the fireside bright. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. I asked your mother for you. She told me you was too young. I wish to God I never see your face. I'm sorry you ever Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sorry. I love Irene, God knows I do. I love her till the seas run dry. And if Irene turns her back on me, I'll take morphine and die. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. You cause me to weep. You cause me to mourn. You cause me to leave my home. But the very last words I heard her say was, please sing me one more song. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams.
Oh, brava.
Okay.
Great. Beautiful, Geraldine.
Our song.
Geraldine, there's some floating verses in there that I never heard in this song, but I know from another song. That last verse, I wish to the Lord I'd never seen your face. I'm sorry you never was born. I know a verse in a different song called, you caused me to weep, you caused me to moan, you caused me to leave my home. I wish to the Lord I'd never seen your face. I'm sorry you ever was born. That's sometimes known as In the Pines, that song.
Yeah.
Well, how about the whole line of, I'd rather take morphine and die?
That's
Jeez.
the original Lead Belly one. Yeah.
I'll get you in my dreams.
Yeah, I don't like it when they leave that verse out because I think it's pertinent.
Well, I left it out of the version that's in the book because the one that's in the book I had used in an English language learning class.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, with adults teaching them English. And so I didn't feel morphine was a good verse for them. I should have added that though.
Yeah. But the more you go into these old songs, the more complicated they get, and you're not sure who's singing, what they really mean, and I find it very interesting. But anyway, that was the Weavers.
You both broke up.
Thank you, Jerry Lynn.
Welcome.
And, then we've been joined ever since. Nice job, Geraldine.
I think my laptop is not charging. I think there's something wrong with the cord. I think it just went out of power.
I think you need a John visit. We'll deal.
The wizard of electronics.
Yeah, right. Well, Geraldine, you're awesome. Thank you.
All right.
How about Marissa? I'm so thrilled that you put in something and we're excited to hear what you have.
Okay, well, I had a problem picking one, so I have actually ended up with two 80s songs. All right, it's hard to see this. Okay, so the first one is Only You by Yaz, which is one of my favorite songs. But okay. Looking from a window above, it's like a story of love. Can you hear me? Came back only yesterday and moved you farther away. Want you near me? All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew. Only you. Recording in progress. Sometimes when I think of her name, and it's only a game, and I need you, listening to the words that you I ever knew. Only you. This is gonna take a long time, and I wonder what's mine. Can't take no more. Wonder if you'll understand. It's just the touch of your hand behind a closed door. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew. Only you. So that's that.
Oh, nice. That's-
Great,
A lovely song.
very nice, very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good song. Okay, so the other one is that I was going to lead was "We Belong" by Pat Benatar.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah, I like playing 80s songs on the ukulele for some reason. Okay, here we go. Many times I've tried to tell you, many times I've cried alone. Always surprised how well you cut my feelings to the bone. Don't wanna leave you really, I've invested too much time to give you up that easy, to the doubts that complicate your mind. We belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we've all fallen under. Oops. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong. We belong, we belong together. Maybe it's a sign of weakness when I don't know what to say. Maybe I just wouldn't know what to do with my strength anyway. Have we become a habit? Do we distort the facts? Now there's no looking forward. Now there's no turning back when you say we belong to the light. We belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we've all fallen under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong. We belong, we belong together. Close your eyes and try to sleep now. Close your eyes and try to dream. Clear your mind and do your best to try to wash the palate clean. We can't begin to know it, how much we really care. I hear your voice inside me, see your face everywhere. Still you say we belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we've all fallen under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong. We belong together. That's it.
Nice.
Yay,
Well done.
nice job. That was really good, thank you.
Really nice.
Sorry I didn't see the page turn.
Uh,
How about Michael?
We've never played that song before, that's for sure.
Okay. That was good. That was really good. All right, so I don't have real old tunes. They're old enough, I think.
It all depends on how old you are, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're older than some of us, not as old as some of us. So the first one is by Neil Young. It was written in 1970, and it's called Only Love Can Break Your Heart. it feel to be alone? I was always thinking of games that I was playing, trying to make the best of my time. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. What if your world should fall apart? I have a friend I've never seen. He hides his head inside a dream. Someone should call him and see if he can come out. Try to lose the down that he's found. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. What if your world should fall apart? I have a friend I've never seen. He hides his head inside a dream. Yes, only love can break your heart. Yes, only love can break your heart. Yes, only love can break your heart.
Ah, very well. Very
Woohoo!
nice. Very nice. I like that song.
So great, Michael.
Neil Young.
Yeah, no, Michael Della Rocca.
No, well,
Great. Okay,
Kind
so
of.
here's,
try
go
to
ahead.
get a kind of a theme, but this next one is one I think everybody knows. It's Teach Your Children. So Neil Young was in Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. So there's kind of a thread there.
Don't forget Jerry Garcia on pedal steel in this one.
Yes, yes. He taught himself to play that instrument too. Yeah. And it was part of a bargain that the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young would teach the Grateful Dead how to harmonize on, they had 2 studio albums coming up. And one of them was American Beauty. And I'm going to say, well,
I would say Working Man's Dead.
Working Man's Dead, probably they're about the same time. So it was kind of a loose deal that they had. So the first part where it's got the strike through, that's just like the last 2 lines of the first stanza. You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they pick, the one you're known by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And you of tender years can know the fears that your elders grew by, and so help them with your youth. They seek the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they pick, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
Another great song.
Yeah, that's a
Yay, Michael, that was awesome.
good one. There's,
Yes, it is.
I think there's a couple mistakes in the tablature or whatever you call it there, but hope everybody was able to sing along.
Sing along.
Yeah, we sang along here
course.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Singing and
Well,
smiling.
Awesome. I'm trying to just get myself set up. Well, my friend Maggie and I are going to play The Water is Wide. Let me just,
We've never played before.
we've never played it together before, but I've played it, of course, because it's in our book. It's book 1, page 41, and I will put it up. And what I did is I said, Maggie, what song do you want to sing? And she went through our books and found it. So I've got all the books open. I have to find the right one. And I said 41. Coming up on your screen in a moment. So I just want you to all know where Carmen and I are rethinking about, Carmen and I are rethinking about how we formulate the jams and the open mics, and we're going to continue to have them just like clockwork because it's been such a great experience for us and for you, I'm sure. But we're probably going to do less in-person things. I think Saturday's it's going to be Carmen and I doing duets and no one else. Mostly it's about COVID. Carmen has regular traffic through his house and wants less. And so, it's all fine. He's completely participant with us. So, and then the open mic will, and sometimes I'll be at his house. Sometimes he'll come to my house and we'll move around a little bit. But we're going to play in person less, which I know it's a little disappointing, but we do what we got to do. Okay, you ready, Maggie?
Sure.
All right. Let me. Don't you like this fireside look that I have for myself?
It's like
Here I am.
chatting.
Maggie's got a really beautiful house, so I'm happy to be here. I'm here with dogs, and here's Robin and Terry. The water is wide, I cannot cross over, and neither have I the will to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I. There is a ship, and she sails the sea. She's laden deep, as deep can be, but not as deep as the love I'm in, and I know not if I sink or swim. Oh, love is handsome, and love is high, bright as a jewel. When at first it's new, but love grows old.
This is interesting, Connie.
And waxes cold and fades away like the morning dew. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row. My love and I. Yeah.
Yay.
What a beautiful song.
Oh,
So,
guys, that's not an applause. That has to be practiced
It was beautiful.
20 more times.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
She's a
not
perfectionist.
having practiced it, it was awesome.
Can we see Maggie?
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Maggie, come on. Just put your face
Hi.
in
Just
front
want,
of
I'd
camera.
really like to show you my beautiful, fireplace.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you. Oh, I was gonna put up this music, but it's okay. Okay, see you.
Okay.
Who should we listen to next? Did everyone, I think everyone's gone, right?
Maggie,
Does
get on that.
someone have a song or they have a request for a song?
Sit down.
I have a song,
It's
You
loaded.
go, Geraldine.
you know,
Run it.
it's because of you, I have this song because you were noodling around with it before we started. It's my Clementine, my darling Clementine. And it kind of fits in with all these old songs, and this is a weird, like, you know, kind of murder ballad sort of thing. You don't need the music because there's only two chords in the whole thing. It's either G or D7. So it starts on G. It's either G or D7. So let's just play it. I'll just play it. I can never start a song. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a D7, dwelt a miner, 49er, and his daughter Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, thou art lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Light she was and like a feather, and her shoes were numbered 9. Herring boxes without topses, sandals were for Clementine. Drove the she ducklings to the water every morning just at 9. Hit her foot against a splinter, fell into the foaming brine. Ruby lips above the water, blowing bubbles soft and fine. But at last I was no swimmer, so I lost my Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, thou art lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. How I missed her, how I missed her, how I missed my Clementine, till I kissed her little sister and forgot my Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, thou art lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine.
There you go. Nice, very nice.
That was pretty great, Geraldine.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, there's an ending for the boys, there's a Boy Scout ending. Now you scouts, no, let's see.
Now you scouts all heed my warning. This tragic tale of mine, mouth to mouth resuscitation would have saved my Clementine.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's pretty great.
All right, that's it for me.
Thank you, Geraldine. That was terrific. Someone have a song or a request? I might have a song, actually. You want to do this?
Oh, for God's sakes, no. There's only one way I'm gonna do it, is if I practice.
Yeah, oh, well. Practice is overrated,
Oh, please.
Yeah.
isn't it? Right? Wouldn't you say?
Don't cry.
Oh my God, I just started.
Hold on, I do have, oh, I could try this, but who's got something? Anybody? Is it gonna be me?
I can do something, but I could do it after you.
No, you go ahead. I'm not quite ready, almost.
Well, you'll have to put something up. I'm just being very random. I could do Little Darling. I could do Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? I could do, well, whatever. What do you think? Whatever you
You're all
think.
of those things. You
Whatever.
pick it.
Whatever feels good.
Well, do Little Darling. That's fine.
And where is that in the book?
I think it's in book 4.
Okay, good.
I saw
Oh,
Joan.
yeah,
Ba-
Little Darling, page 26 in book 4,
Right.
and I'll put it up on the screen.
I saw Joan Baez do a satire of it at a hootenanny in Carnegie Hall. And it was the first time I'd ever seen Bob Dylan. And he was hearing his harmonica, and I said, oh, that poor man, he has a neck brace. I was a kid, I didn't know. And then he played his neck brace.
And he played his neck brace, right? Hang on a second. Let me just zoom this in a little.
And Pete Seeger was there, of course. I think he was a communist, actually. Not that it bothers me any. but
Pete Seeger?
Yeah,
No problem.
yeah.
Well, it was better than being in the establishment in those days.
Yeah, well, my
Right.
parents were in Pete Seeger's camp, and I grew up with a tap telephone, so there you go. My father just couldn't be blacklisted because he wasn't in the entertainment world. But my friend's father was. Okay, so Little Darling with feeling. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, little darling, boat, 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 you are a little darling, boat, 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 but I don't know where are you, my lover? I was wronger. La 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 la, do you try to love too? A hoopa 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 Noella, that my lover, la 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 la, was just for you, only you. My darling, I need you, la 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 la, to call my own and never do wrong, to hold in my la 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 la, your little hand, la 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 la. I'll know too soon that all is so grand. Please hold my hand, my dear. Oh, 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 Chihuahua, I was wrong. Oh, 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 Chihuahua, to try. Oh, 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 to love too. A hoopa, 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 Noella, that my lover, la 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 la, was just for you, only you.
Woohoo! That was terrific.
Yeah, well,
Well, we gotta do that in
Nice.
person. We gotta do that in person sometime. That's too fun.
Yeah. that would be
Yeah,
really fun.
Yeah, it would be better with a man's voice going, my darling.
I could do that.
Yeah, Yeah, you,
All right.
you got the baritone. Right.
I do.
You do. I know.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
Ba-hoop, 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 ba-hoop.
Like you have to do it like you have the hiccups.
So I have a song I'm working on. I hope it's not too awful, but it's a Nick Cave song, which, you know, can't means that it's not bad. We'll just have to see how I do with it. Is that all right with you guys?
Yeah.
Go for
We're
it.
not asking you.
But I'm still gonna have that hoopa 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 thing going on in my head.
Yeah, even with the Nick Cave, right?
Yep.
Boop, boop, boop.
A hoopa hoopa hoopa.
So this is kind of a dark song, but and none of it applies to me, but so it feels funny playing it, but it's a really nice song. So let's see. People just ain't no good. A thing that's well understood. You can see it everywhere you look. People just ain't no good. We were married under cherry trees. Under blossoms we made a vow. All the blossoms came sailing down through the streets and through the playground. The sun would stream on the sheets, awoken by the morning bird. We'd buy the Sunday newspapers, never read a single word. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good at all. Seasons came and seasons went. The winter stripped the blossoms bare. A different tree now lines the streets, shaking its fists in the air. The winter slammed us like a fist, the windows rattling in the gale, to which she drew the curtain made out of her wedding veil. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good at all. To our love, 7 dozen white lilies. To our love, send a coffin of wood. To our love, let all the pink-eyed pigeons coo. That people, they just ain't no good. To our love, send back all the letters. To our love, a valentine of blood. To our love, let all the jilted lovers cry. That people, they just ain't no good. It ain't that in their hearts they're bad. They can comfort you, even some even try. They nurse you when you're ill of health. They bury you when you go and die. Ain't that in their hearts the best? They'd stick by you if they could. But that's just bullshit, baby. People just ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good at all. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good at all. Thank you.
Wow, that's really nice.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's
It's so
really
dark,
nice.
though.
Dark but nice. Yes,
You know,
indeed.
Good
there's
one,
a
John.
song in here. To our love, send back all the letters. To our love, a valentine of blood. To our love, let all the jilted lovers cry that people just ain't no good. I don't really subscribe to this, but. Good song.
I can write, but you know, I think it needs one of those la 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 la.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have that going on when I was doing that one, Geraldine?
Yeah. La, 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 la.
So great. All right, who'd like to do a song? We've got time for one or two more, and you know, we'll someone can lead a rousing end one, but
Somebody
anyone
play
have a request?
a happy
What?
song. Somebody play a happy song.
Okay. Hey, I can play that one again. No, how about Plastic Juice?
No,
Happy song.
like, I don't know.
How about it with a little help from my friends?
That's a good
Oh,
one.
perfect. Yeah.
Will you sing it with me?
Sure.
It's page 47 in book 3.
47.
Is that right? Let me see if I can bring it up on, I'll bring it up for everybody.
No,
That's when
it's
you're,
not 47 in book 3. That's when you're
No?
smiling.
Oh, so maybe it's book 2 then. Let's see, what book am I in? That's you 2, 3. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It is the second one.
So it's book 2, page 47.
there we go.
Now I'm, you know, Maggie didn't practice this one, so,
Yeah, so.
This is,
and neither did I.
this is a song you don't need practice for.
Right, and because
Has
we're all
any-
friends here.
Has anyone else sung with you before, John?
Never,
Okay.
no. Yeah, I got a tune.
Where's Mary?
Not there.
Not there.
Bear with me. He's behind me. Yeah. Yeah. He really likes, he likes to get himself under things. Okay. Ready? Yeah. Ready? Spotlight me. Oh, and I'm gonna share this screen. Hold on. Okay. Let me just see. Ready? What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Hand me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from love is the way does it cause you to be alone? How do I feel at the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friend. Get by with a little help from my friend. Get by with a little help from my friend. Do you need somebody to love? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? There's a certain that happens all the time. What do you see when you turn on the light? Can't tell you from the moonlight. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friend. I get by with a little help from my friend. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friend. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friend. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friend. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friend. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friend. A little help from my friend. Oh, well. You want to practice that again? Yeah, the first lines are right for me. Would you think, what do you think if I sang out of tune? I'll try not to sing out of key. Yeah. All right. Let's do one more. Oh, no, we're really done, I guess. Oh.
7:59.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for, supporting Carmen and I through all this. Thank you all for participating as you do. It just creates joy. Nothing but. We'll
Look
see you all
forward to
soon.
it, John. Look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's
for
great.
hosting it.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, goodbye.
Bye. Yeah, right.
See, 10, which is